All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. You know, I have people continually keep badgering me about, some of these things and these issues that are going on in the world. Some about this Dr. Omar Johnson, Bill Cosby, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and let you in on my mindset. All right. Because I understand that there's much to be desired. And all it takes is one accusation to destroy much good. Now, the word accusation comes from the root word accuse. And the root word accuse comes from the Hebraic or Greek word, what you call devil or diablo. That means someone who is accusing. Now, if I can have your mind just for a moment so I can speak to you, just simple words of understanding, I want to try to impart some wisdom that I hope you can take it to heart, because everybody's not going to do it. Everybody simply is not going to do it because most people have just simply not set themselves aside, nor have they set themselves apart to know what real truth is and what's going on in this world. Let me give you an example. And I don't know too much about this man, Omar Johnson, whatever, but the little that I do know, I will say this. I see and I hear that he is trying to raise money, and he's raising money to hopefully buy a school to help black youth and children out. And the purpose of this school is so that they will not be reared in a society to where they are being lied to about somebody else's culture, somebody else's heritage, and somebody else's history. They're going to be presented their culture, their heritage, and their history. Also, that they will not have to grow up believing fairy tales and make-believes, being lied to, such as believing in Christmas and Easter and Santa Claus and Sunday and all this old other stuff. And I don't think it's nothing wrong. I think it's very honorable. I really, truly do. Let's go on to Bill Cosby's side. Okay, Bill Cosby. Okay, Bill Cosby, everybody likes Bill Cosby from what they see on the TV show, but remember, he is playing a character. He's still just a man. He's still playing a character. But I think what is amazing to me out of the whole entire world is that when people are public figures, in our mind, we set these people up as some type of icons or something, and we forget that they have humanity. We forget that they make mistakes. We forget that they sin as well, just like you do. But what happens is, and there's an old statement, an old saying in the world that says it like this: hell have known no fury like a woman scorned. You see, I'm a public figure. I know what it means to be lied on. I am lied on all the time. Information is falsified. Information is made up. And I all of a sudden, now that I'm a public figure, my past and all of the history of my life from the time I was born all the way to I'm a preacher, everybody thinks they have a right to know. First of all, you ain't got a right to know nothing until you want to open up your book and put your life out here on display and let everybody see it. Then, and maybe then, I may consider it. And so, I preach and I teach. And I'm telling you, Pastor Dow has had girlfriends. Prior to conversion, I have girlfriends. One day, one of these girlfriends may pop up. I know him. I did this, and we had this, and we had a relationship, and we were this, and we were that, and we was this. And you know what will happen? People will pay more attention to what this woman said. Now, mind you, she comes out of nowhere. She hasn't benefited not the Israelite community. She has been no benefit to no one in the world whatsoever at all. But all of a sudden she has a voice because she's scorned, rejected. So she gets out and arrogantly start making mouths at, talk arrogantly. She gets out there to deride. She gets out there to chide. And the whole purpose is is to get your ear and forget about all the good works and everything that I've ever done in my life. Pay more attention to my alleged sin rather than what I've done with my life in order to not only benefit myself, but to benefit others. Because the truth is, nobody in this world ever understands what it means to have wisdom until you apply knowledge. Nobody understands what it means to pay stupid tax until you've done something stupid and you paid the tax heavy on the weight of your spirit and your soul. Not only to go that way, but never to make that mistake again. But it seems like that everybody that puts forth the finger, we are living in a society that is mind numb, who love drama, who love, again, an accusation could be true or it could be false. You know, I look at the posture of the Roman Catholic Church and all the accusations it received. You know how they handle those accusations? They handle it like this. You don't see any press reports. You don't see them coming out saying anything. You don't see them doing anything. They let the people go ahead and talk, let them do what they do. But you know what? Still, the most powerful church on the earth, the Roman Catholic Church. Do I agree with them? No, not one bit. But it doesn't affect them at all. But I think what I want to do is I want to try to put a defibrillator on people's minds to let you know what was the purpose and what is the intent. This man has lived a whole entire life. He's been a star on TV, Bill Cosby. And then he gets in his late 70s to where he doesn't have any ability to affect any change or nothing like that at all. All of a sudden, these women come out and they say that he did this and he did that, he did this, he did that. All right. And of course, I guess he admitted to it. But the truth is, let's ask ourselves a question. Did he really admit to it? Or was he doing what his attorneys advised him in order just to make this go away? Because, see, everybody out there don't have the intelligence to understand exactly what's going on here in this world. You see, when I look at a situation like this, and you mean tell me all these decades, all these years have gone by, and all of a sudden this is going to surface? I see. A scorned woman. That's the fury of hell, isn't it? Am I giving him a pass? First of all, I don't give a damn about Bill Cosby's life, and I'm sure he don't care nothing about mine. But what gets me is the politics. What gets me more than anything is you people out there who constantly, when you hear stuff like it's something inside of you want to hear something negative about everybody else. But when somebody talks about you, all of a sudden you want to fight. All of a sudden you want to huff and puff and blow the house down. And I dare these people. But you never answer the accusation. You make a bunch of noise, but you never answer the accusation. I don't think Bill should have caved in anyway, shape, fast, and form, because the truth is, this is the work of a devil. What bearing did it have on anything? Again, I still don't know all the facts, because don't you know how our court system works? Don't you know how this system of so-called justice works? Can you believe anything that anybody says? Can you believe anything what anybody does? Can you really truly believe it? Because have you ever heard of a plea bargain? Have you? See, there's this old conscience out there that says, if somebody accuses you of something, go ahead and admit it, go through the pain, and it goes away. And of course, then the other side says, well, if you don't admit to it, or whether you did it or not, if you don't admit to it, then it's going to stay lingering around. And first of all, I think that you ought to get some intestinal fortitude. Y'all get some stomach and not care one bit about what people say, no matter who they are. Because only intelligent people are going to understand exactly what goes on. How many times, first of all, it's no doubt, it's no secret that our federal government tortures people. All right, now you may want to stick your head in the sand and not believe it, but they torture people. They torture people in order to get what they call information, right? Now, let's put yourself in the torture seat here for a moment, okay? Let's put yourself in the torture seat. Let's put you in the torture seat. After they waterboard you, break your finger, electrocute you, and do who know whatever else to you and stuff, you can only sustain and endure so much pain before something is going to click inside of you and tell them what they want to hear, whether you're guilty or not. You just want the pain to stop. So therefore, torture never really truly works. Oh, you may get some information out of them and stuff, but I'm telling you, at that particular time, the motive is for that person to stop the pain. And if they got to admit to something, they'll do it. That's what do you think the plea bargain is? Okay, we got you right here, but you've got to at least admit to this, and then we'll give you a lesser sentence. It's bargaining. Has nothing to do with truth. Has nothing to do with facts. Has nothing to do with anything at all. I'll tell you what I see with this Omar Johnson thing. This is what I see. I see a woman that is scorned. I see a woman that has put herself into position, and she did not get out of this what she thought that she should get out of it. So therefore, she starts going out there and so-called exposing and everything else. Now, what people never ask from the accuser is this: what was your part in all this? Why are you now coming out with this information now that this man is successfully raising money to start a school? And by the way, what benefit have you been to society? What are you doing besides eating, drinking, and sucking up oxygen? What else are you doing? See, but again, we already wired. Somebody can come out and lie like hell. You believe it. You believe it. Plus nothing, you believe it. I get on and prove it all the time. I got people calling me every name under the sun, making all different types of disparaging comments to me. I mean, unbelievable they do. And people automatically repeat what these people say. First of all, I don't feel like I'm under any obligation whatsoever at all to answer these people in order to appease their conscience. And if one of my past girlfriends surfaced, and I never done any of them wrong, none of them, but if one of them ever surfaced and they say, well, are they saying all that because they want to discredit me as a man of Yah and what I'm doing for the Father? Last time I checked, every one of us had a pass. You know what I'm saying? Every single one. But now I've come to a whole lot more knowledge and truth. Girlfriends, let me tell y'all something. The truth is, you were my wives and you left. That's sad, isn't it? Ooh, I know. Maybe you don't agree. I don't agree. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to intelligently use your mind and understand the system that we're up against. You know, Proverbs 9:18 says, wisdom is better than the weapons of war. Did you hear that? Wisdom is a whole lot better than the weapons of war. But, watch this. One sinner can destroy much good. I think that these scorned women today have some serious demonic issues. It's amazing how they don't care. Where's the dignity? Where's their own self-worth and respect and honor at? I mean, don't you know that the world gonna look at you like a whore or a prostitute or a female dog? But there's no shame. There's no shame. Well, I'll admit. You admit what? To a sick world, that every damn body in it is sinners? What are you all admitting? What are you admitting? You see, that's why if something ever came to a jury trial, they're not going to invite nobody like me to be on a jury trial. No, they're not. Because I listen to things with an alternate conscience. I listen for the intent of the reason why people say, reason why people do, or the reason why people are so-called standing for certain things. That is what I do. And you know what? It would do you well if you adopt the same attitude. You know, I'm 49 years old, okay? So at 49 years old, would I not be a fool if I still thought the same way that I thought when I was 30, when I was 20, when I was 16, and when I was 12? Would I not be a fool? I mean, you mean to tell me after multitudes of years and almost a half a century, I still have not learned life? I still don't know how it goes, how to function in it? What? Something's wrong. Something's sincerely wrong. You only get better, and you only go into perfection when you learn from the mistakes of the past. But let me give you an example. Monica Lewinsky. All right, we all know about Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. All right. Now, what was the? Now y'all have to understand. I'm not giving nobody in this world, especially myself, a pass on anything, because I don't know one just person on this earth that does good and do not sin. I'm going to say that again. I do not know one just person on this earth that does good but does not sin, that do not sin. I don't know one. If you know one, please send he or she. Give them my contact information right here. 615-688-3025. I would love to talk to these people because, you know, I'm sick and tired of what sin, transgression, being ignorant, being stupid, and the pain that comes from it. I want to know who has the answers to all of this. Because, I mean, the way I've grown in life is by learning from my mistakes. They've done nothing but make me stronger. And that which does not destroy you only makes you stronger. So you got to ask yourself, what was the intent of Monica Lewinsky anyway? And what was she there for anyway? Why come everybody's pointing fingers at Bill Clinton and nobody's pointing fingers at Monica Lewinsky? Would she not be known as a female dog? Would she not? Look at that situation. It's time has taken care of everything. Guess what it was? Guess what it was? Something that happened. Somebody's life got put out in public venue. He endured the pain there for a little while. He's still the most sought after speaker in the world and a former president at that. And I hear that he doesn't go anywhere unless $50,000 is on the table, and they still want to hear what he has to say. Amazing. Anyway, that's secular. So, again, hell have known no fury like a woman scorned. You people need to start figuring out what is the intent of these women, because you know what? It only takes one woman to destroy a whole entire nation. Now, since we know that, what are you going to do about these women? For instance, with this Omar Johnson guy, she is all, because of the ignorant people out there, all but stopped what I consider to be a good work. At least he is benefiting his community. What he did in his private life has no bearing on the work that he's done. Most people, he didn't trespass against you. He didn't offend you. Again, what you need to do is pay attention. Why did this woman all of a sudden bring this out? And what's that got to do with their personal relationship? What's that got to do with his work? And I mean, does that mean because he had a relationship with this woman that destroys all the good that he has ever done? What saith you? I mean, really, I want to know where we at in this generation, in the mindset, because I think that people are literally chaotically insane. I think that people have lost their way in their ever-loving mind. I'm serious. Remember, the court system again. Just because someone say, I'm guilty, does that really truly mean that they're guilty? Just the other day, there was a man accused of rape. A black man was accused of rape of a white woman. You know what happened? He spent 17 years in a federal penitentiary. Only come to find out, information surfaced, that guess what? He did not do it at all. 17 years of this man's life is snuffed out. How you gonna get, you can give money, but money can't pay for time lost. Man, whoo-wee. My advice is this. If you're a man, give you a saint or sinner, if you're a man. First of all, number one, get some personal intestinal fortitude. And then number two, anyone that attacks your person in any kind of way, shape, fashion, or form, do not make any friendship league or give them any place whatsoever at all with anyone that is against your person. Are you out of your mind? Oh, mercy. Can you people stomach this, or is it too hard? Again, I've been living in this world for a little while, and I have not sit on my do nothing to be dumb, to be stupid, to be ignorant. I am not. But I tell you what, there's a pause for concern when you start finding out all of a sudden, oh, they got something to say. Huh. You know, when you really truly look at this situation, what does she benefit from? She got some benefit somehow, but all of a sudden something happened that caused her to get bitter, offended, and then you go out here to this stupid, nonsensical world. Oh, he did what? Oh, he did what? I'll tell you what he did. He's raising money to start a school that you people won't do. You say that you're sick and tired of the system. You say that you're sick and tired of fairy tales. You say you're sick and tired of lies. Your children have been taught lies. You say you're sick and tired of being taught a culture of another people and not your own. But then somebody comes out with some stupid, outlandish accusation and stuff. And the first thing you want to do is run with the accusation and forget all the work that he's done. There it is. One sinner destroys much good. I'll tell you what. Let somebody, I don't care. Come on out with me. Come on out. Whoever you are, whatever you eat, make up a lie, make up the truth, and see how I respond. See how I respond. See, I'm not one of these weak back men or nothing like that. You understand what I mean? Because, the bottom line is this. I have enough Federal Reserve notes. I really, truly do. And you know what? You know what I think I'm going to do? I think that I am actually going to make an example out of someone, because, you know, as a preacher and as a pastor here in this world, in this cosmos right here, you know, the world says that I'm a business. And if you are affecting my ministry in a negative way by defaming my character, that's what you're doing, by defaming my character. You know what? I think I'm going to meditate on this for a while. I'm going to find one of you out there that does that. And I am going to jump in my vehicle, no matter what state you in, and I am going to file a lawsuit against you. I'm going to shut one of you people's mouth, and then I'm going to make it public record for everybody out here to see. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how that you handle these wicked sinners who champion themselves as being the exposer of what they call transgression or godliness, and ain't nobody been transgressing. You know, I'm going to show you how to make an example out of all these people who fancy themselves to be something when they are nothing. I'm going to do it. I'm telling you, somebody, one of you people, one of you out there are going to be the recipient of the wrath. You know why? Because the biblical law says you use the law for the lawless. And slander is something not only against biblical law, but slander is also something that the world simply does not tolerate. Many people just don't have the finances to pursue lawsuits. But I do. I have the finances. I'm not a rich man by any stretch of imagination. But I will tell you what I will do. I will set aside some money. And this is what I'm getting you people. Because see, if you can do this and you make an example out of someone, you know what that'll do? That'll make people think twice before they start slandering you. I mean, because you got people out here championing themselves being Christians, Muslims, Israelites, and if you know you're not supposed to, according to this word, go to the law and not to the just. And nobody's going to submit to the just because nobody wants to. You know what I mean? I got a situation where I had a person who used to live here on this community. The name is not important, but what happened is important. I have a person who lived on here on this community, all right? And they went to another community making accusations against one of my ministers at this community. And so I checked the pastor at another community. And he done his due diligence by asking questions. Come to find out, guess what? That person that used to be at this community, that went to that community, now they ain't at neither one of them. You know why? Because they ain't answer. But they wanted everybody to hear them. They want everybody to hear every word they said. But when they got checked, guess what? They went away. They went away. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? They went away. And so the moral of the story is, don't you believe everything that everybody says. Listen to the intent and the purpose and why and the reason. Also, peer into their life and see what type of effect that they are having or change that they're making in somebody else's life for the benefit of good. See if that's the case. But because if not, then that old saying, hell have known no fury like a woman scorned. Y'all understand that? Do you understand? Oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy me. Like I said, I function after an alternate conscious, a total different mindset. I've done away with the training and the manipulation of the American system for my mindset. I have used self-autonomy and educated my own self. And I'm not, hypocritical mockers. But, you use the law for the lawless. That's what you do. That's exactly what you do. First of all, me, myself, purposely, I don't have no time to come down from where I'm at. I'm a busy man. I've got a lot that I am very busy. A lot that I do. I have places to go. I have things to do. I have people to see. I have people to minister to, people to heal in the name of Yahshua, Jesus Christ. I have people to deliver in the name of Jesus. I've got a ministry to run. I got a community to run. I'm a sought after speaker on radio programs and shows, and I work hard. I'm a block mason. I build custom cabinets. I frame. I got too much on my plate than to fool around with a bunch of nonsense, and so should you. You know, it's usually the people that are lethargic, lazy, and apathetic. And I'm going to give you the key. The key is, anytime someone makes an accusation against another, the first thing you start doing is questioning them and peering into their lives. That's what you do. Because I teach people at the assembly where I'm at, you ain't got to answer an accusation. Never. You don't have to. You know why? Did they not accuse Christ? When they were judging him, did they not accuse him? What did he say? What did he say? I'll tell you what he said. And he answered them not a word. Because you know why? You need to learn how to judge people's thoughts and intents. You know, I would love to say that I've been like the Messiah and I've lived a perfect life on this earth, but I haven't. I'd be lying to say that I have. I don't know of a just woman or a just man that does good and has never sinned. I've never met him. I've read about one out of all of humanity. Just one. And I chose to follow him, but I guess what I'm saying more than anything, don't be so easily manipulated, coerced, and persuaded because of something that someone says. Even if the evidence seems overwhelming, what is the intent and the purpose? Because if you are an Israelite, if you are a believer, this book teaches us how to behave. But you know what? I'm telling you, as I make this video, I really, truly am thinking about making an example out of someone, because the Bible does say use the law for the lawless, and I think I need to do that. I really, truly do. I think I need to do that. Is it going to cost me some time? Sure. Is it going to cost me some effort? Sure it is. Is it going to cost me some energy? Sure it is. Is it going to cost me some money? Sure it is. But you know what? The satisfaction of actually stopping these mouths will be worth it. But I can tell you one thing about me. I will not be answering any accusation against me ever. You can hold your breath and die and go to the grave with it. I ain't answering to you. You're not answering to me. We all answer to the King. But if you're in this walking in this faith, we're called to a higher calling. That's all there is to it. And we're going to submit ourselves one to another. If you're outside of the camp, then what you do has no bearing on me. None whatsoever at all. None. I'm totally unconcerned. Totally unconcerned. You can say what you want, say what you will. But I do have to use somebody as an example. What says you? Do you think I should use somebody as an example, or should I leave it alone? After this poll vote right here, you comment down at the bottom, more than likely, I will end up taking your advice. More than likely I will, because I've got a few people I can literally make some examples out of. I truly can make their life very painful. I really can. But don't believe anyone that has an accusation because they are scorned or they're hurt. Their little feelings and their emotions is hurt real bad, and they end up becoming hypocritical mockers of others. It really, truly is time to grow up.